Well, hello, my friends. So, welcome back to Key West on this sunny Friday evening, beginning of the weekend. Looks like we made it. I wanted to share the Curry Mansion decoration with you, getting ready for Valentine's Day, of course, a little over 2 weeks to go. So, this is the main building, and over here we have another smaller building, also belonging to the Curry Mansion Inn. So these guys always do a great job at decorating. And I think it's really cute. All those red hearts on the old white building here. We are on Caroline Street. Duval Street is pretty much half a block that way. You can see the light over there, the red light. That's where Duval Street is. Oh, look, they're just putting up the vacancy sign. Who's coming down? So they are definitely, the Curry Mansion definitely is one of those typical old style Key West places. They have a lot of the original furniture and everything in there. So it's quite the experience. So welcome everybody. Hello Cher. We have Family Glow and Tony. Hello Jimbo, Susan and Dave. We have Peggy. Hello Linda. Hello Deb. And Linda Lou. Hello Big Bear. Hello Annie B. So welcome home everybody. Hello Mike. Hey Roxanne. Gas it up. Hey Shane. Hey Dog76. Hello Sandy. Hello Keith. So I hope I'm not missing out anybody. I'm trying to catch up on the stream. Hey Brian. Hello Chris. And we have Hunka and Greg as well. Hey Kim. Hello Karsten. Welcome back. So it is a little bit chilly here on the island. I'm actually back to jeans, sneakers and a sweatshirt. Current temperature, official and feels like temperature is 69, so we're back into the 60s today. And welcome Tropical Critter and June. So I think I caught up on everybody who's chatting. Welcome, of course, to everybody who prefers to not chat and just kick back and enjoy the view. We're on Green Street. Headed over for a little look at the marina. Beautiful light tonight. Hope we're gonna have a nice sunset. Barely any clouds here. So official sunset time is 6:10 tonight. So we have another half hour to enjoy the evening light here. And I see they put the signs back on. Actually, I think one of those big signs must have fallen off. And we found it on the street, and then I contacted a friend who works here. It's just making sure that they know that their bottle was no longer hanging up on the wall. And that was around hurricane season, so he said, oh no, that's okay. So it looks like they got a new batch. So this is a really cool old store. They have like old signs and replicas of posters and postcards here on Green Street. So that is a cat letter mailbox, and the cat's wearing a mask. Kermit's to my right. So all the decorations are gone by now. As you can see, no more Bury Christmas tree. The light up flamingos and the manatee are gone as well. So they kept them much longer this year. And looks like they finally took it down. I'm glad to see you guys enjoyed the 360 video. Kind of had to move around a little bit more than I wanted to, but whenever I kind of managed to set the camera down and everything, somebody would just come like really close without a mask. So I was moving again and then moving again and just trying to keep away a little bit. So since it is a little cool here, a little chilly and windy, here the Conch Republic Seafood Company closed down the sidings. And over here we have the fish monster, one of the fish monster boats come in. Pretty good parking skills. Looks like the high-class hooker is out today. High-class hooker is busy. And here we have the fish monster light.
The tree guy was going to happen to show up. The roofer had told me end of February.
On Sunday, boss. Hey, lady, how you doing? Lady.
So Roxanne is asking about the rates to go out and fish. Well, it really depends on, you know, how long you want to go out, how many of you are there. You know, some boats are going to take like groups. So if there's, for example, 2 of you and then there might be 4 other people. Of course, right now with COVID, everything kind of changes. So they might have smaller groups. So I think the easiest is to give them a call. And that was one of the ideas behind the Conch calendar that we set up. You know, if you're planning to come to Key West and you want to meet up with some fellow Conch members from our chat here, you can always look into, you know, renting something as a bigger group. That is always helpful, especially now with where they might take smaller groups. But then again, you know, I'm pretty sure, for example, the Fish Monster Light, the small boat, is going to be at a very different rate than the bigger one. Because they need more people working on it. Depends on, I mean, it also depends on where you actually leave from. If you're here by car, you might find cheaper charters out of Stock Island, for example. Of course, Fish Monster, etc., they are like prime location. You can just walk there. So that's, you're also paying for that part. So I think there are a couple of websites where you can actually compare them and then see, you know, what is the most convenient for you to get there. So for example, here downtown, it might be very convenient if you're staying close by. If you're coming by car, you know, you might have to try to find a place to park, which is pretty expensive here. But we definitely do have lots of fishing trips and boats and teams available to take you out and fish.
Probably. That looks exciting.
One of our new locations here on the island. Thank you very much, Kirsten, for the super chat. Susan, that is true. You can fish from Mallory Square, although Mallory Square tends to be a little bit busy. I would recommend trying to fish from the Truman waterfront rather than Mallory Square. Thank you, Chris. Cool little islandy scooter here. So, time for us to head over to Mallory Square. And let's go via Sunset Pier because we have such a nice lit up sky tonight. Hey, hello, Joe. Welcome home. So we're almost at Sunset Pier. Beautiful light tonight.
But it would be a great piece of property. I mean, and you can have a loading area and all
And so, because I was about to...
The pier connects to Mallory Square here. Thank you, Hugh, for the super chat.
One more blue and one more gray, as they marched along their way, the pipes and the drums began to play, all for the beautiful morning. One was gentle, one was kind, one was gentle, one was kind. One was gentle, one was kind. One came home, the other stayed behind. And them boys don't pay no mind. If you're gentle, if you're kind, they don't give a damn about the folks left behind. All the beautiful morning. Two young girls at the railroad track. Two young girls at the railroad track. Two young girls at the railroad track. One wore blue and one wore black. One wore blue and one wore black, as they stood by the railroad track, waiting for their darlings to come back. Oh, on a beautiful morning. Two brothers on their way, two brothers on their way, two brothers on their way. One wore blue and one wore gray. One wore blue and one wore gray, as they marched along their way, the pipes and the drums began to play, all on a beautiful morning. A thing called Two Brothers, about when America was divided. And that resulted in a war that more Americans died in that war than any other war that America fought in. Okay, just before sunset, I want to mention a couple of things. Thank you. First of all, I have a CD here with... Okay. Okay, man. All right, I'll look for you. I have a CD here with many of the songs that I sing here on the pier at sunset. I have one,
He's cute.
The other one, but the one that I have, the one that was featured on National Public Radio on the show called All Things Considered. So you might want to consider all things and take home a nice souvenir of Key West. It's like a Key West sunset to go. It's got that laid back, de-stressing, peaceful, tranquil effect of the Key West sunset that somebody back home would really appreciate for sure. I'm asking $10 each for the CDs. It comes out to be less than $1.
So for those of you who've been wondering about the masks, by the way, we do have a mask mandate in place, so you are supposed to wear a mask. And we as locals would appreciate very much if you were wearing a mask, because we don't have the medical infrastructure. So the severe cases, if you happen to catch COVID here on the island, the severe cases have to be evacuated to the mainland. So we just cannot have the numbers go up. So that's why Key West has a mask mandate in place. You will see that normally in the restaurants in other places other than Mallory Square, people do pretty much adhere to the mandate. Unfortunately, not everybody got the notice, and a lot of people think that just because they're on holiday, they can do whatever they want. And unfortunately for us, so yes, of course, we locals do mask up. There are instances where we even double mask. But, as long as the people transmitting the virus aren't wearing the mask, you can mask as much as you like. It's not helping. But, yeah, we locals definitely do approve of mask. And as I said last time, we love our visitors that love us back. And we really hope that we don't have to close down again for a third time. But then again, there's only so much we can do. I mean, with limited medical resources and hospital beds, there is a limit of what we can do, of what we can take. So that's all I'm going to say. We have our fingers crossed that we don't have to close down again. And if you walk down to Wall Street, normally the mask mandate will be enforced. And in a lot of the restaurants, as long as you're sitting at your table, you're obviously welcome to take off your mask. But please don't walk around in the restaurant without a mask on and get close to other unmasked people. It's pretty much common sense, but a lot of people still don't really get it here, as you can see. But I do see a lot of people here with masks. Of course, not really at the Sunset Pier over here, because they are sitting there and having their drinks.
I hope the day will never come when I cannot sing to the setting sun. Letting this heart of mine.
Here we go, guys. One more minute.
For I don't do this sun with the fly. All my days I will sing and praise of the crystal water, your shining sun. Oh, I don't do this sun with me by my father's hand. All my days I will sing and praise of the crystal water, your shining sun. Oh, I am the sun will soon like my father's. Yes. All my days I will sing and praise of your crystal water, your shining sun. Thank you so much for coming down, sharing your eyes with us for the sunset, and your ears with us for the music. I thank you, and I thank you for those tourist tips. I greatly appreciate it. There should be some nice color in the sky in the next few minutes. I'm going to be here for a little while with some music for an after sunset sky. Might some nice color in the sky, so you might want to keep your eyes out on the horizon as you're walking up and down the pier, watching the various acts. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. Lady says, I'm busy right now, mister. I'm signing autographs. I don't have time to talk. This is my word. Go, baby. I'm with you. I got to honor a couple of requests that I have. Come bring me your softness. Comfort me through all this madness. Woman, you know, with you I'm born. Come give me your sweetness. Now with me there is no weakness. Woman, don't you know, with you I'm born.
That much more.
I have not hold in step with none, reaching through this world in need of one. Come, show me your kindness. In your arms I know I'll find it. But don't you know, with you I'm born again. Lying safe with you, I'm born. Oh, yeah.
No, the puppy is still there.
Hello. Okay, thank you. She heard him sing a good song. She really had her style. And so she came to see him to listen for a while. And there he was, this young
Well, Chris, I'm pretty sure that the end of April is going to be a lot of fun in Key West because we have several people from the Conch clan coming down. We have a major party birthday week going on. So we have Hanka and Linda Lou coming down for their respective birthdays. They are 2 days apart. I think we have Deb and Pablo looking at coming down at that time as well. It shouldn't be too hot yet. It's definitely going to be warmer by then than it is now. Looks like in end of April and May, beginning of May, we're going to have like a 2-week birthday special here. Yes, the Mallory Festival. Actually, I don't have any information on that. I was under the impression that pretty much until March, all the events are still being cancelled. We do have the food festival going on here right now, though. But I mean, that's an easy one because it's like in the locations and the restaurants, and so they pretty much have their routine down. Of course, you know, limited attendance and everything, but that is much easier. These kind of seated events are much easier than the events that are a little bit less easy to control in terms of numbers. So I'm not sure about the Mile Zero Festival. I haven't heard anything about it. Coconut Telegraph has been busy with discussions about the famous monkey. For those of you who missed it, while we were streaming Wednesday from Tony's, there have been messages around of somebody who was like, okay, I just saw a monkey out on Flagler Avenue in the area of a specific Irish bar, pub, whatever. And then ever since, the island has been going crazy with the monkey story. So apparently that monkey has been around for several years, and apparently others have seen a monkey. So now the big question is: are there several monkeys on the loose on the island? Is it only one monkey, but he kind of moves around on the island, but pretty far distances? So the general consensus seems to be that there might be more than one monkey on the loose. So if you're visiting Key West and you come across a monkey, apparently that is absolutely possible right now. Just one of your odd stories here about Key West. But yes, Chris, I will keep you updated on the Mile Zero Fest. I'll try to get some information on it. I see Deb and Pablo have booked. So we do have a Conch clan get together here at the end of April. I am surprised we're not getting more of an afterglow tonight. I mean, it is glowing, but it's not very colorful.
I heard of y'all.
I just want to get a look out. You wouldn't mind if I don't know, I'm not quite, I haven't made up my mind yet.
Yeah.
We'll go and check out the afterglow in like a couple of minutes.
I don't know about you, but I've kind of gotten lost.
Yes, Chris, I know it's very tempting to feed the chickens. Obviously, they are not too happy about it. People did start feeding the chickens even more during the pandemic because when Mallory Square was closed off, they wouldn't get anything to eat, no popcorn. The restaurants were closed. But now that the chickens are nursed back to health, they're all very fluffy and well nourished. So we have been asked by the city of Key West to not feed the chickens. And I think they might have to look at ways to enforce that, because it means they kind of are happy to come like really close to you because they're used to humans giving them food. Plus, a lot of the food that people give them makes them sick, actually. So the wildlife center here does get more and more chickens that are sick from people feeding them, which obviously is not what we want. So it's just one of those things. We love our chickens, but they should be finding enough food on their own. Now that there are more crumbs falling to the ground, of course. During the pandemic, that was a different story. So those guys got pretty hungry. And of course, you don't really want to feed them close to your house because those buggers are noisy. And I don't know where the myth comes from that a rooster only crows at sunrise, because the Key West ones pretty much crow all the time. Like, I swear, at 2 a.m. you hear the chickens. They never sleep. I had no idea about that until I moved to Key West. So and right now is the time of the year where it's actually pretty nice to sleep with your windows open. It's not so nice when the chickens come and look for the worms right under your window. But it's cute. We do have quite the wildlife here. Told you guys about our possum. We have a newcomer, a new team member. So the other night we saw a shadow walk past. We have like a wall towards our neighbors, and so we used to either seeing our cat, Evil Cat Neville, walk the wall. Then we had the possum walk the wall, and then I think 3 nights ago we saw something else walk the wall, and then it turns out it was a little raccoon. So of course I was ecstatic. I love raccoons. Just think their little hands are so cute. So guys, this is the previous Margaritaville resort that has been renamed Opal Key ever since early January. So it's no longer the Margaritaville resort. I agree that that sign lacks a little bit of color. And this resort used to have these really cool lounge chairs out, painted in like Caribbean colors, and it looks like the new owner didn't like the color, so now it's all pretty white and very neutral. But still difficult to beat the location. You can literally watch the sunset from your room.
Alright, so let's talk about food. Yeah. Where do you want that?
Thank you, Guess It Up.
How are we doing, guys?
Hey.
Good, thank you. Can I get you there?
Well, how about a Tito's and soda?
So guys, the way the new map works, well, fingers crossed that it is working, is that when you click on the link, it is going to take you to Google. You all do have a Google login and password, given that that is what you're using for YouTube. So it's not like you have to create an account. If you've been chatting, then that is, you automatically are logged in, or if you have to log in again, it would be under your YouTube name. And once you are on the map, it should be an editable map. So once you're on there, you can add your marker. You just have to click on this little icon, that little arrow slash pointy thing. Not sure how you call that. It's called, it will say add marker, and then you can just put in your location. Just keep it simple. Please do use your screen name, and don't put any personal information or addresses in there. It's just to get an idea where you're watching from. That's always a lot of fun to see. So that way you can see how the Conch clan is spread out around the globe. And so I can see you guys. I can see that some of you have tagged yourself on the map. I love Guess It Up's little icon. I'm checking out the map right now. The party cat is coming back in here. Over there we have the little Kismet. I think it's like a 200 million yacht or something. But you can charter it for, what was it, 1 point something million a week. Thank you so much, Bob, for the super chat. Thank you so much, Lemmy. Hope you're doing okay. So just so you're aware, this is a new map. We had one that was only like up for maybe 2 or 3 days. And it turns out that after it had like 100 views or something, it would kind of lock and then you couldn't use the map. So I created a new one. It's just a Google map. The link that you have is an editable link, so you can just go there and add yourself. It's not the best solution, unfortunately, but I didn't find any good solution, technically speaking. I wanted to have something that looked a little bit nicer and everything, but I couldn't make it work. So it tends to open the map pretty much in your location, so you have to zoom out. I see Jamie and Jamie. I see Deb on the map. There are some random points somewhere out in the ocean, which if nobody claims them, I'm probably going to erase them at some point. Doesn't have to be now, it doesn't really matter. That map kind of tends to add a point wherever you, if you're not being careful, or if you do it on a phone, you know, wherever you like click on the map, it kind of tends to create a marker. I see somebody tech mountaintop. We have, I see Chris Packard on the map as well. I think I do see a point down in Argentina. But again, it does create a new point when you touch it. So on your phone, it's not ideal. So again, if you put yourself on the map and it kind of just shows up as a 0.6 or 7 or something, you can go in there, click on it and just edit it and then put in the correct name. I'm going to wait a couple of days and then at some point I'm probably going to just take off the those randomly created points. I think I just created some more just by touching the map. That's why I was saying it's not the perfect solution, but at least it's one that seems to be working better than the previous one. And again, it's just for fun. Our Conch map and our Conch calendar. So we do have a nice afterglow here. Glad you liked the 360 video, Andrea. John, no, I did not see you on the map. Make sure that you scroll to your location, and if it just says point, you can just edit it with a little pen icon. You can just change it to the to your name, in case that's what happens. So our Streamlabs bot is posting the link to the map. You don't need to click on add layer, John. Once you open it via the link, you just need to click on that little marker icon, that pointy point. You know, the point with like the mix of a point and an arrow. You just need to click on there. It says add marker, and then it often will give you your location to begin with. Just make sure you're not putting any personal details in there. You can, you know, delete everything that is like street level and just put the name of the town, and it's gonna put the arrow right in the spot where you are. Okay, I see. Let me check if I can see the map. Wait, I have to go back via the link. Where's the link? Where's our Streamlabs spot when you need him? Where is he? Yes. So this part here where we are is part of the previous Margaritaville resort. I called it the Margaritaville Pier. I'm not really sure what we should be calling it now, so let's just stick to the Margaritaville Pier. So over there is the access to Mallory Square. And then this one here, you can walk by the water for a bit. It's pretty nice.
I'm going to know how it goes.
will be contacting you tomorrow.
So, and yes, guys, I do see some additional names on the map. I see Annie B, I see Boats, I see Chris Packard, I see Chris Tenuta, I see Deb, Jamie and Jamie, I see you, Mike, I see Mountaintop, I see several points, point 13, 16, etc. And I see our Right on the Rock headquarters. And we also have Guess It Up and Matt. And it is okay if you create a separate layer. You don't have to. Just saying, there is really no need for an additional layer. But if you create one by accident, never mind. That's not a problem. So here is the point where the ferry to Sunset Key leaves. So if you have a reservation over at Latitudes, this is where your ferry will be leaving. So as you know, Sunset Key is the island over there that you can see from Mallory Square. It used to be called Tank Island. Now it's Sunset Key. That definitely does sound much fancier. And this is where the ferry for Latitudes leaves. And you also do have a spa over there. So if you want to get yourself pampered, you can book an appointment over at the spa on Sunset Key and then just hop on the ferry. But you do need a reservation. You cannot just hop on the ferry without a reservation. So whether you are booked at Latitudes or at the spa, this is your ferry. Right here.
Oh, my sister.
Yes, Mike. The icon that looks like a hot air balloon. That does sound better than the pointy point, huh? Doesn't it? Yes, the marker icon. And so I think yes, Joe, the Margaritaville Resort, which is the hotel that opened 2017 or 18, changed names again. So this is, I think, the third name that I know it under. So the hotel was much later, but the original restaurant and bar and shop actually is still on Duval Street. We went there, I think, about 2 weeks ago for our TGIF stream. So if you look at it, there should be a video that has the Margaritaville restaurant sign in the thumbnail. So that's still there. They still serve food. They still have live music. We went inside and had a look at the restaurant and their merch store. So that's all still there. It's just the resort that changed names again. And so here, this pier, the Margaritaville Resort Pier, whatever it is actually called, is it ends right here. So it dead ends pretty much on the other side of the Truman waterfront. So if you've been watching our streams, especially the Tuesday evening backstreet bike rides, we often end over there at the Truman Waterfront Park for the sunset, because it's easily accessible by bike. And we always bike till the very end of the Truman Waterfront Pier. And this time we are on the other side, so over there where these guys with their bikes are. That's where we are on Tuesday nights, pretty much. And you see the Ingham in the background, our museum ship. Yes, so Tank Island, Mike, is what Sunset Key used to be called before, because it basically had storage tanks over there. And Wisteria Island is named after the boat that sank right next to it. So there's a shipwreck right there, the shipwreck of the Wisteria. And the locals also call Wisteria Island Christmas Tree Island. And if anybody tells you the story and twists it around and says that's where locals went to get their Christmas trees, that is not true, because there are no Christmas trees on the island, obviously. But it is where locals would take their old Christmas trees, bring it over to Wisteria Island, and then make a bonfire and basically party while burning their Christmas trees. So hence the name Christmas Tree Island. And the name Wisteria comes from the shipwreck. And yes, Sunset Key is Tank Island. Obviously, once they started building those super expensive villas and everything, somebody, I think marketing-wise, calling it Tank Island wasn't the best. So they came up with Sunset Key. Some mean people say it's because it blocks the sunset for people that are on Mallory Square at certain times of the year, which is true. Not currently, but the sun is moving back. So it's going to be behind Sunset Key at some point again. As you can see, this part here is very quiet. It's also very quiet if you want to come and watch the sunset. So whether that is over at the Truman waterfront on the, but you would have to access via the Truman Annex, or in this part here, that is where it is much quieter. If you're not into crowds, especially right now, I highly recommend you come over here. A lot of the performers on Mallory Square are not back yet because they don't feel comfortable, and you probably have seen why. Because when you perform, you can't really wear a mask, so it's always a double-edged sword a little bit for us locals. You know, it's how safe do we want to stay if nobody is really paying attention to us. But yeah, a lot of the performers are not back, which includes the famous Catman. He is on Mallory Square every night to kind of, you know, just evaluate the situation, but he doesn't perform with his cats because, again, once you perform, you kind of can't really control the crowds around you and how close they get because people will just not listen. So despite it being more or less high season, not all the performers are back. But for those who perform in a more, let's say, you know, the fire guys and the sword swallowers and the knife jugglers, of course, people do keep their distance. It's a little bit easier for them. You don't want to get too close to the knife juggler, with or without a mask. But yeah, so if you're in Key West for a couple of days and you want to experience the Mallory Square Sunset Celebration, of course, it's a must, but we do have other areas with much quieter views of the sunset. And Mallory Square is not a very good representation on how things are being handled on the island. Because of course, in other places it's much easier to spread out as well. You know, nobody is gonna yell at you for not wearing a mask if you are out in the open space and not close to other people. But when things get crowded or you are inside, then I'm pretty sure I can speak on behalf of all the locals that have to work. We really appreciate your help in keeping us and yourself safe. We are a very small community and we do not have the medical infrastructure to care if the numbers spike on the island and the severe cases have to be evacuated to the mainland. So we are in a very tricky situation down here, and that's why we love our visitors that love us back. That's my new motto. So this is the previous Margaritaville Resort. I do start to think that this is their final sign. I just said last time, you know, I really hope this is just a temporary bleak white sign, you know, especially after the colorful Margaritaville Resort one. But it looks like this is what it is going to be. So let's have a quick look what is going on Duval Street. It is Friday night after all. Let's see if Will is playing at Captain Tony's Saloon and go and say hi. I see Susan wants to know what's for dinner. It's going to be homemade sushi again. I feel like I kind of said that last time, didn't I? It's going to be homemade sushi. Gabe got some fresh fish earlier, so I'm gonna, once I get home, I'll start rolling.
You can do peanut butter plus 2 fruits.
Did I hear peanut butter?
Sorry about that.
So it was pretty busy on Mallory Square earlier. It looks quiet right now here, but then again, a lot of people probably went for dinner after the sunset. All right, guys, let's go and say hi to Will, Captain Tony's Saloon here. Because I know a lot of his friends are watching from overseas.
Right, Mallory? Don't lay our chain on. That'll just tear him right apart. Double whiskey pen, ale and UPA. Turn it on to Right on the Rock right here on YouTube. Right on the Rock right here and see live feed. Hello, Ernest. Hey, Michaela. Hello, Adrian. Hello, Enos. Hello, Chris and Stacy from Liverpool. Right on the Rock. Tune in, folks. Kim's going to take a photo of the new PA. New PA right here. There's the board over here. Look. There's the board. Zoom in for Gabriel. He's going to be so excited tomorrow. Gabriel Wright is going to be here playing tomorrow at 12:30 to 4:30 p.m. tomorrow. You got to check him out. He's going to rock the world. I got a request for some YouTube too, so we got to do that too. Bahama here, and so's Marta. Marta's here. Oh yeah.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Yeah.
Kim is the connection. If you're in Europe and you're locked down, you got to tune in to Right on the Rock. See Key West and free people moving around freely, doing whatever the fuck they want. Yeah. They tune in from all over the world right here to this camera right here. And Kim Wright, and she's behind it. This is right. See the stone set in your eyes. See the dawn twist me aside. And I'll wait. Welcome for you. I've been waiting for you. Slide a fan and twist up fate. But our nails, Lala makes me wait. Right, Lala?
Yes, guys, tune in tomorrow and check out the new PA system at Captain Tony's Saloon. Our next stream is going to be at 2:30 tomorrow from Captain Tony's Saloon. So you can join us, bring your favorite drink, and you can make song requests live. Tomorrow, 2:30 Island time. And looks like we have a new PA system to look forward to. Thank you so much, guys, for the super chats. Thank you, Hunka Hunka. Thank you, Charles. Okay guys, I had a moment of hesitation on where I parked my bike. But I do remember we started the stream at the Curry Mansion. So that's where we are headed now. So things do look a little bit busier here. It was pretty busy inside Captain Tony's. It's just Green Street that looked quiet.
I came down here about a month ago before Christmas, about 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah?
The pictures down here were amazing. Christmas lights.
Oh yeah, they just took them down like a couple of days
Nobody
ago.
around, you know, and the marina was amazing. You know.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, they left those ones up until like a couple of days
I
ago.
know.
It was really nice.
This is a good corner.
Yeah. It is a good corner. I love the colors. Hello, Derek and Fiona from Ireland. Pleasure to meet you. So yes, on Friday nights we go and check on Will. By the way, guys, if this is your first time with us, we are a local live streaming channel. Pretty much everything we do is streamed live, but we do like a couple of 360 uploads just to make sure the quality is good enough for you to kind of watch the 360 videos with a headset or pan around. But we are live about 6 days out of 7, and we do sunset walks like tonight and check out what is going on downtown Key West. We do backstreet bike rides, so you can discover the hidden parts of the island on Tuesdays. And we do music streams from the bars where you can just kick back, relax, and make song requests and just feel as if you were here, because we know right now the whole travel part is a little bit uncertain. So we are aware of that, and we're always happy when you can join us. So we had a beautiful sunset tonight. Even the afterglow turned out pretty okay after a while. If you're interested in seeing a 360 version of the Mallory Square sunset, there is a video that I uploaded yesterday where you kind of float over Mallory Square. So I don't know if any of you have some of the VR headsets. That is pretty cool to do. But if not, you can just pan around with your phone. Just make sure you open it in the YouTube app and not via a mobile link. So we're back on Caroline Street. Well, currently we are on Duval Street. Here is the corner of Caroline. So we do have the Bull, which is the downstairs bar here. They do have live music. It looks like somebody is just setting up. There is the Whistle Bar, which is on the 2nd floor. And there is the Garden of Eden, which is on the 3rd floor. Why am I mentioning this? Because the Garden of Eden is a clothing optional bar that you're probably aware of. But again, it is important to know that this place here has 3 different bars. Whistle Bar, and then the rooftop, which is Garden of Eden. If you want to go to the Garden of Eden and you are aware that it's a clothing optional bar, do not take your clothes off before you are on the very last floor of the establishment. The 2nd floor is not clothing optional. And I wonder if they ever have people that kind of think, okay, well, it's the upstairs bar that is clothing optional, and then kind of show up in a regular bar. So just so you know, there are 3 levels of the Bull, Whistle, and Garden of Eden. And I'm also pointing this out because I never noticed until today that the people generally refer to this as the Bull and Whistle. I never realized that they were 2 separate bars. And no, I did not walk in there taking my clothes off. That's not what I was trying to say. Anyways, be aware that there are 3 levels and 3 different bars. So guys, we are coming back to where we started our stream, over here at the Curry Mansion. Let's see if they have some nice lights. They decorated for Valentine's Day. If you weren't with us at the beginning of the stream, we started there. Curry Mansion is an old bed and breakfast, typical Key West style, just half a block off Duval Street. And they put up these really cute decorations here for Valentine's Day. Thank you so much, Shorty Vienna, for the super chat. Ganz vielen lieben Dank. I kind of just assume that you do speak German, being from Vienna, if that is where you are from. Or just your screen name. Anyways, thank you so much for supporting our channel. Thank you everybody who's been with us tonight. I hope you enjoyed our little sunset walk. We will be back tomorrow 2:30 with a stream live from the bar. If you want to catch up on some live music at Captain Tony's Saloon, Florida's oldest bar. Stream starting tomorrow at 2:30. We'll have a porch session on Sunday and back at Captain Tony's on Monday. So more streams coming up. Hope you enjoyed tonight. Thank you so much, everybody. Thanks for watching. Have a great evening. And I'll see you guys soon. Take care. Bye.